and welcome back to the channel. As you can see here, we're at the start of another Jersey Quest franchise mode. Here we're in NHL 24. As you can see, we're playing as the Arizona Coyotes in what was their last season of existence, unfortunately, before they became Utah Hockey Club / Utah name to be decided at some point, I'm assuming soon. But yeah, here we are. In terms of, to be honest, the intro video, we're kind of go over the player focus and all that good stuff. So kind of getting right into that. Let's go to the edit line screen. Looks like we have a decent head coach because all our lines look to be in the positive. But we also do have like LTIR retired Jakub Voracek chilling here on the fourth line because this is, you know, the Coyotes. So very interesting stuff here. But it's not on these forwards here, it's on the back end is where we go. And as you can see here, we're doing, I guess what you would call a repeat player. This is a player featuring in a Jersey Quest series on the channel for the second time. We are doing, as the Arizona Coyotes, and the player of focus is Michael Kesselring again. As you recall, we did a Bakersfield Condors Jersey Quest franchise mode, which is like a fun, interesting like one because it was AHL focused not that long ago, and Kesselring was the player of focus for that. And kind of basically by pure chance / coincidence, he is the player of focus again this time because you can see like in the top right corner, our kind of FGO general manager here is Kiyohime, and the problem is like in sports, once you kind of get above like a certain point, like soccer, it's usually like above like the 20s, just because like just basically just the amount of players, and like hockey kind of above the 30s. You kind of run into an issue where like a lot of numbers, like most players don't wear them for like reasons of like there's lower numbers obviously available, and there are just like some there are higher numbers, and only people wearing them are like low tier like scrubs or prospects or like players who have some sort of like special connection to said odd higher number. And then especially if it's not like like a number that's 0 or like 5 or something like that, like a goalie would wear or something, then it gets even more slim pickings. So Kiyohime's ID number is 56, and there's like barely anyone in like NHL history who's really worn the number. And the only one thing of any significance was like, let me make sure this is right. Zubov. It was Sergei Zubov of primarily Dallas Stars fame. And he obviously is of Dallas Stars fame, not New York Islanders fame. And he also played for the Rangers, so yeah, he's not a kind of player I'm interested in, primarily because he was kind of before most of my time watching hockey, considering he retired in 2010, and that he didn't play for like the Islanders or anything like that, and he was an ex-Ranger, so nothing really of interest there. So like outside of him, not much at all really in terms of people wearing the number. So what I basically did was I used the number 56, so I was like try and use the number, kind of do something fun. And basically what I did was I went into the site's website, trading card database. It's a TCDB, is like the URL.com, and I went to kind of hockey. I went to their hockey card section, went to 23-24 sets, and then I went to OPG, which is my personal favorite kind of NHL officially licensed like hockey card set, just because it has like so many cards. So you do get like, so there aren't the huge hits of like autograph cards and stuff like you have in like the standard upper deck stuff, but you do get like kind of more niche players like getting a card, because the set has 600 cards in it, so you're gonna get like some more niche players, like you know, an upper deck with a set that only has like 200 or so like cards like isn't gonna give you. So I went in there and I was like, all right, we'll go to 23-24, because obviously we're still in the 24-25 season, so I don't like to do current season kit or Jersey Quest, because the whole I like to keep the first season like matching IRL 1-to-1 as close as I can, and the season's not over, it's hard to do that. So I went in there, I was like, alright, go to wherever the 56th card in the set was, and it wasn't actually Michael Kesselring, but I'm pretty sure if I go back here, actually, go to the set, yeah. Let me re-pull it up just to be like not give you incorrect information. Microsoft reward points, whatever. Yeah, 56 was Karel Mamelka, the kind of the goalie that Utah signed an extension with not that long ago. But they saw the card. He has card number 56 here, and he was wearing in the picture on said card their away jersey, the Kachina, very nice Kachina away jersey in the white, which I like a lot. It's a white. I'm not usually a huge fan of white jerseys, but I think the Coyotes stuff was really clean, the Kachina look. And so I was like, all right, Karel Vejmelka doesn't really fit like my collection goals, but I was like, all right, we can use that jersey as like a basis to start with, like, and then basically go on their rosters and like who on like their rosters when they wore the Kachina prime green, which would be 21-22, 22-23, and 23-24. And I was like, all right, who fits the goals? The kind of two options basically were Andrew Ladd, but one, Andrew Ladd's Islanders tenure was kind of meh because they were going to dump him to the Coyotes in the first place, and two, he was on the 2010 Blackhawks roster, and that entire roster is a no-no for me because obviously I'm guessing if you're like in the know in hockey, whatever, you probably know kind of why the 2010 Blackhawks, a couple teams a bit infamous, not even a bit, very infamous, and there was like obviously the punishment that the NHL kind of put down the franchise because of what happened during that run. That I personally, that punishment probably wasn't enough IMO, but it is what it is. I can't change that. But yeah, so anyone on that 2010 Blackhawks roster, like, not gonna touch. It's also why I don't touch Blackhawks jerseys in general, but that's like a side point here. But yeah, so Andrew Ladd, that kind of him being on the 2010 Blackhawks kind of struck him out of the running. And the second option was, as you can see here, Michael Kesselring, which we've done before. So, and it's because he is a Northeastern alum, so that's kind of why he's cool. So that's why we're gonna go with him. And kind of conveniently enough, his card from the O-Pee-Chee set that year, also, which is like his O-Pee-Chee rookie card, my key rookie card, is conveniently also him wearing the away. And then kind of to top it off, and I was kind of like looking for like other reasons to be like, all right, why? We kind of had the player and the jersey, but like why? What did Kesselring do in said jersey? And obviously, besides like obviously it's like the last year of the Coyotes last year, unfortunately, so that's kind of, he's part of that roster, which is kind of a thing in and of itself. But he also then kind of went on a bit of a hot streak towards the end of the season, and he had an assist on the game-winning goal in their last away win as a franchise on April 12th against the Edmonton Oilers. He assisted, I think it was Matthias Pichelli's OT winner in that game. And then he had, again, in their next away game, which was their last away game as a franchise, he had an assist in that game against Calgary, which is a loss. But yeah, so he was kind of hot in that kind of end of the season periods, so like him having assists in those kind of last games of the franchise kind of then also provides the level of significance and whatnot to it. So yeah, that's why we're going with kind of Michael Kesselring as the player of focus here. And as I kind of said, the away Kachina jersey is the jersey for this one as well. So kind of with that said, I don't know, there really isn't much to say, I guess, except I guess we can quickly check out the coach. It seems like he is decent, but as you saw there, I'll have to check Kesselring in a second, but our coach is a B, which I guess is not great, but I guess our whole coaching staff is B and B-, which isn't too bad. The generalist with a physical scheme, which honestly isn't bad for someone like Kesselring, but the scheme fit here kind of looks like pinch cycle, bounce, hold line cycle. So considering Michael Kesselring was a +1, like not like a dash mark because it's obviously balanced, you can't like get negative on that, and a check mark, he isn't gonna fit on any of these lines, I don't think, like as 100%. So this coach is probably a one and done kind of thing. Defense. At Kesselring, he's a dash and a check because he's pinch and balanced. So yeah, so Kesselring is kind of, so this first season here, we're going to kind of try and match up the results 1-to-1. And they did miss the playoffs there last season in existence. They were kind of in the running towards the end, but they eventually fell off and missed the playoffs with a 36-41-5 record. So that's kind of what we're going to match. So we should miss the playoffs this first year. You know, kind of get another high draft pick and whatnot. Kind of continue their little rebuild here. Kind of keep things kind of going in that direction. should be nice. They do have a decent, you know, kind of youngish roster. I see like this year as the Utah Hockey Club, they're kind of again kind of in and around the wild card hunt again. So kind of again, we'll see what we can do with them in that sense. But yeah, so this first season kind of again gonna be just the playoff season, and then probably trying to be looking for a coach that kind of completely jives with Kesselring, and then kind of reconfiguring the roster that way. Is there not, like, it's looking at their scratch thing? Okay, there are like forwards here. I was like, why the heck is, yeah, actually also have Brian Little, because the Coyotes were like an LTIR dumping ground for a while. Next, his contract's expiring. And I'm guessing forward checks here. Yeah, also, I don't know, though, I guess like it's weird to kind of like EA, like, because of the salary cap, like, reconfiguration stuff you'd have to do when you start a franchise, but those aren't their actual cap hits, I'm pretty sure, but yeah. So, more of this Sweat Land World at the end, kind of going to wrap this up here, but yeah, so this first episode here, intro, Michael Kesselring player focus, jersey focus, the away jersey, and next episode will be the season recap of the 23-24 season, where unless kind of the sim engine really favors us, we should miss the playoffs, and kind of continue on the rebuild, get a new coach, kind of bring in some players in free agency, potentially kind of freshen up the roster and whatnot. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Hopefully you do check out that next episode as well. Thank you.